everyone, welcome back. It's Angela as usual, and today is Tuesday. Well, it's been a sunnier day today. Got to give you the update on the weather. It's the British way, but it is freezing, literally freezing. We've hit subliminal temperatures. Right, enough of that. To keep your fingers warm and to keep you focused on positive things, I'm going to share with you a project that I've made for my autumn journal, and we're going to make it again for the Christmas journal. All right, so it's the same. So just have a look and join me. Grab a warm cup if your fingers are cold, or relax and follow along. I'd love to hear what you think about it. All right, so here's my autumn journal, and we're going to turn right to the back. And we're going to have a look at this little project at the back here, which is full of loveliness. So I hope you're going to like it too. Right, so we've got a little closure here. So I've taken some type of a butcher's twine, just knotted the ends. I'll go through all the details, obviously, when we make one. We have a little flap over there, and a flap over here, and a little pocket over there. And inside our pocket, we've got two pieces of ephemera, so tags. This all comes from our Autumn Whispers collection. We've got some layering there, nice sentiment, little bits of decoration here, and then in the pocket, I've put a little tag, a journal card, and I've just added a little tab on the back of that. All right, so lovely, quick and easy project. Well, I don't know, it took me the whole day to prep these two, but you know what I mean. I've added little bits of lace and lots of layers with goodies there. We've got some leaves and the birds. The birds I've cut out from my birds and bees background page with all the birds on one of those sheets. And I have extras, and I've sort of just included them because it sort of looks great. I mean, my birds are still visiting my tree, although we have officially hit winter, but the birds are still about, so I thought, why not just add them in? Okay, so on this little one, I've just added a little piece of lace and stuck it on the back there, which I thought was really cute. And at the back here, I have added one of my large tags. Oh, let's bring that across the area. So there we have. I haven't done anything really to this one except add a little reinforcement ring and added an eyelet, so that's going to go into the back there. All right, so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to do this in a Christmas theme now. This is the back page of the journal. I thought that was perfect for there. So yeah, we're going to be using an envelope. I'm going to put this one aside, and we're going to have a look at what we're going to do. We're going to put this into our Christmas one, if I can find the spot. It's here. All right, so we're going to put it in on this background page over here. All right, so I'm just going to put that to the side, and we're going to start. All right, so the first thing you want to do is grab yourself an envelope. I've used two completely different envelopes. This one here, that one was narrower. That was an American envelope that I was gifted, and I do love getting, I know that sounds silly, but I love getting the used envelopes from America. And this one is a UK envelope, so this one's slightly wider, but it really doesn't make any difference. If I measure that one for you, just in case, this one was only just short of 4 inches wide, so it really doesn't matter. All right, and well, it was longer than this. It was 9.5 inches long. All right, so this one is slightly different. This one is 4.5 inches wide, and it is 9.5 inches long. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing there. So I'm just going to leave that over there. So what I've got here is, because it's going to go on the right hand side, I've got the opening over here. Now you don't have to have a window. I am going to use the window, but it's not a necessity. If you're not comfortable with making windows either, then you don't put yourself through it. I'm just sticking down the little flappy bits that they never seem to stick the edges there, so I just like to get that bit down. so nothing catches on it. But this is still fully open, and I'm going to start off by looking for my little piece. What did I do with it? It's over here. All right, so I want to cover that up. Now the window here is a lot longer. I didn't want the window to be that long, but that's the joy of when you cover it. You can make it as long, as wide as you possibly want. So I think I'm only going to use up to about this point here. So I want to cover the background there. So I'm just taking a scrappy bit and I'm going to glue that into that there before I forget, and while it's still easy. All right, so I've got to be mindful of the darkness because it's quite late now, and I might have to put the lighting on, but let's see. I prefer it when it's natural light. So there, I've got that stuck down. As you can see, we're not going to see that bit. It's not going to go that far down. All right, so we've got this bit here now, and what I did here was I took 2 inches from the bottom, so that's 5 centimeters. I scored a line there, and I am folding this flap over. All right, now what you want to do first of all to keep this line flat is take some glue and just fill in a little bit into this section here, so that if you don't do it, it sort of makes the split bubble. So that's why I'm going to do that. So I just want to open it up a bit there and just get it onto that area at the bottom there. Okay, so that's it. I have sort of focused on this section. Okay, so you want to just get that stuck down. And then I will fold this over in a minute. I'm also, what I did here was I did split this, although we don't have to on this case, it's for the lace, but I will not do it on this case. So we've got that bit there, 2 inches, and that's going to be our bottom flap. That's our opening there, and we need to put on another flap at the top. All right, so let's start with that. What I did was I took this background paper, the holly paper. I've measured 2 inches, the same as this, and then 2 inches so that I've got it covered on both sides. And you can do this if you don't have an envelope for this piece as well, and then, you know, not use an envelope. So I've got those 2 pieces like that. I've just added on a half an inch there, or for on each side, so the whole piece measures 6 inches by the width of this, which is 4.5. So it needs to be the width of your envelope there, and that's going to enable me to fold this in half so it's already covered. And then I've got my little fold line there, which will be able to glue it onto the back here. All right, so again, what you want to do is I'm going to put the glue towards the bottom, not the top, because I'm going to put some lace there. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll stick that down, and then I'm going to take my ruler on the line that I made as a folding line for the flap. I'm just getting it there so I've got it right, and I'm just doing that. All right, that's going to give me my fold line like that to glue behind there now. Okay, now I haven't stuck glue all the way up. What I want to do is I wanted to put in some lace, so I want to tuck it in between the flaps here, which is what I did do on the other one. So I think that's what I will be doing here. Now you can use your pen, you can use your pen, listen to me, you can use your scissors or your craft knife or whatever it is that you have. And then that's got a bit of an opening there. I'm going to grab my little clip bits and my lace. I'm using this very mini pom-pom that came in with my Plum Boutique pack, and I'm going to stick this in here. So you want to get your fabric glue, and you want to get some glue in there. So I'm just going to get that on that side and on this side like that. We're going to take our little pom-pom bits here, line them up with the edge like that, Okay, and then we can just sandwich it in between the two there. So now you can just see how you need to just make that even. And the good thing about Fabri-Tac, it gives you time to do that. All right, so again, I'm going to just take my little clips while that's drying, and I'm going to just put a couple of those on that side. Right, so that side isn't so different. We'll just let that dry for a sec, and we'll do this side. Now this side has got part of the envelope, so you have to put two separate sides on. If you're going to create your own without using an envelope, then you know, you do the same as that. Now with this, I've got an underside, so this is the background, same as this. I'm going to put this on the underside here. Now I think what I'm going to do on this case, I'm going to stick my little pom-pom bit on here first of all. So let's get our glue down. Now you can stitch around this. I'm not going to. So, you know, I'm just trying to get my glue on here so that it's got plenty. I'm going to take my little bit over here, and I'm going to just get that where I want it across the top, like that. And then you can go and stick, just going to put a little bit more on so it gets the other side of the little pom-pom bit, and then I'm just going to stick that across there. So now you can see when you're doing this where you need to tuck in or where you need to pull out. Oops. Right, there we go. So let's check it on that side. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, right. We're going to have to put the light on now. Okay, so there we go. I've got that bits there. And now what I'm going to do is I've got some blue background paper, goes with my jumper, and I'm going to put that on that side over there. So this is going to be the front of our, that's the wrong one, the front of our little flap. That's the word, flap. Right, so for that, on some reason I didn't put any glue on there, so this one's going to fit just over there. So let's just grab this quickly and get that stuck down. I hope that you're all feeling festive. I haven't got my tree up yet. I'm going to grab Paige and get her to help me with that, because we like to do it together. Her more than me, really. I like watching what she's doing. Yeah, and I missed that. We just didn't have time, and on Friday we were so busy. She was helping me. So yeah, it was a hell of a job to tidy up all the mess that I had. Once I had finished packing all the orders, there was a big mess downstairs, so I needed help. Yeah, so there we go, we got that all done. Right, so let's just layer up a few bits here before I get back onto this. So we've got this bit here. We can take these off now. And I think I have distressed this already, but there we go. And this one's going to stick. Oh, let's trim that off first. So we've got that there and that there. Right, and that looks great. And then I'm going to just stick that on the back. So we've got some glue that we're going to get onto this back flap there that we scored, and we want to make sure that our envelope is opening on the side we want it to go on. And then I'm going to just get that on there. Now don't do it straight, buff it right up against the edge. I'm just seeing now exactly how far I need to do that. So if I close it like this. This is probably the easier way. And then you hold that down. That's probably the easier way to do it. And then just got my little clips here, so I might as well just put them on. There we go. And this one's ready to go. So while that's doing its thing over there, I'm going to just decorate these up a little bit. So I think for this one, what you want to remember is that you want to put on these little goodies. Now these can be as big or as small as you choose. These are a 1-inch punch. And I really should have stuck it on before I stuck that on, but that's fine. I couldn't do it with that one. So I'm going to get this stuck on, and I've got 2 little brads here, so like the color of the Grinch. And I'm going to use those. And then I've got my little pokey tool somewhere here. Where are you? So you want to get the center of this. So I like to just put it on my board here because it's easy, and then I can see halfway between there and there is the middle. And then once I've got that, you just press it right through. Then put the 2 together. And then make a little hole. And then you can make a bigger hole once you've got it like that. All right, so we can put one over here. We're going to put one over here. And we want to just have it, I'm going to put it 1 squared down like that. And you, of course, you do want to find the center point. So I'm just finding the center point there. And got a little mark that I've made through there. Use this piece of sponge and don't stab your fingers if you've got one. All right, so that's the one. Oops. Get that through there and through there like that. And then you want to split those pins very quickly. And then what I like to do to make this lie really flat is just squash it with my bone folder, and that's really flat. I'm going to put a little circle of to cover that in a mo, and then on this side we want to do the same. So you don't want anything stuck on there. It is stuck there, but this will be covered in a moment. So again, same procedure. You just want to get the middle of that there, and then that's the middle line. And if you put that like that, I mean, it's got to go on the other side, but I'm just getting the mark for the little hole. And then we can put that through like that. Okay, this color does remind me of the Grinch. The Grinch That Stole Christmas. My daughter loves that film. Do you have a favorite Christmas film? I'm thinking, I think my favorite Christmas film is the original Home Alone. I love that. I know it's like I just love watching Macaulay Culkin in that. But I do tend to watch quite a few new Christmas films that come out on Netflix. I do. Right, so we've got those there. Now what we want to do is we want to grab 2 little circles. So let me do that and I'll be right back. So I'm back and I've just cut out 2 circles, one to match this paper. So I'm going to just stick that down, and that's just going to cover that. You can, with this particular one, you could have done that before you put this on, but it can go through the paper as well. So, you know, even if you do that, so I just do this now, because most of the time I don't remember. And that way it just covers it. And then the same with this. I've just got one of these, and I'm going to just put this on like this. Get the glue to the edge, and then just put it over there like that. And there we go. All right, so press it flat in the middle, and flat in the middle there with your bone folder. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is going to be the top. And this, just bear that in mind, because you know we can get it wrong. I have done that before. Right, now some paper to cover this area here, and so I've just taken this background. I have cut the window out. You don't have to do it. You can cover it over. It's not a crisis. I'm going to just stick that on right over there. Now before I do that, and I did it with the other one, I don't want to see the white from the envelope, especially here. It's not really there. So I just take this and distress it so that I don't have that. And the same here, especially on the top where the corners are rounded. I'm just doing that to get rid of the white, so that when this does come stick over, you don't see any of that. Okay, so all good. Right, now when you stick it, you want it, when you cut this, make sure that you've got a little bit there and a little bit here. So I need to just get this right, so that when you fold it up, it's not going to be not lying flat. All right, so let's do this and get this all glued down. All right, so there's all of that, and then it's just a case of, let's start at the bottom here and get that lifted up. Okay, and then we can check out the top, and then all of that there looks good to me, so we can press it all down. Okay, lovely. All right, so we've got that there, we've got that there. It's coming together. It's definitely coming together. Okay, now I have cut out a little piece here as a pocket from the green background paper. I've taken this same paper here and just put a strip on there, and then put on one of my sentiments, peace, love and happiness, and I've just put on this little die cut. All right, so that's what I've done there, and I'm going to stick this just over here. All right, now yeah, let's get that down. You don't have to do these flappy bits like I've done, but I just had this piece and I thought, okay, this is not the one from my add-on kit. I've made this to fit my envelope, but you could take the one from the add-on kit and use that and it would work perfectly. So don't feel you can't go and do that. Right, there we go. Right, so that should close and that peeks through, which I want. Okay, let me give that a nice press. Okay, it's all coming together. Now I wanted to put some goodies on here, so I've cut out the background paper with some of those elements. So I've got a snowman and a sort of berry piece and also a pine cone. So I want to just arrange these over here with this behind. So I think I'm going to go that, that and that, something like that. All right, so yeah, this we'll put on first. I hope you guys are all excited for the journals. If you haven't seen that video, I've got some journals going into my shop on Friday. I have put the details for timings and that, so you're welcome to go and have a look. It's the video that I posted on Sunday, so the one before this, if you're interested, if you want to go and have a look. And it was so lovely to go down memory lane, and some of you were right there with me remembering all of that, so go and take a look. But if you're interested in buying one, they'll go into my shop on Friday. It's not often I put journals in the shop, is it? Right, so there we go. Now that's done. I've also got All Things Bright and Beautiful, which I thought I'd just tuck in over there like that. So we're going to do that. I'm going to stick that little sentiment in there. I love the red with the blue, the aqua, you know, I really do. I mean, it was my jumper that inspired me to do that. So yeah, right, so we want to get that in there a little bit over like that, just like that. And then I've got one of my little snowflakes, And I'm going to just see if this one has a back. It does. Oh yay, so I don't have to glue it. Ah, that's win all round. And then I thought I'd somehow just get these little snowflake bitties. It needs to be a little bit lower, I think. Let's see. That's it. Right, we'll just give it a little bit of glitz because it's Christmas after all. Right, and then on the top here, we can open that up as well, and I've got a couple of snowflakes for this side and just 2 little bits, again those elements from that background page for this side. So I'm going to just stick these down quick. Okay, now I just want to put a little bit of decoration there. So I've got 3 little die cuts in the different colors I'm using. So a nice pine green, a lovely aqua color, and a little bit of red. And I'm going to get these pretty much arranged like that. So first that one, then that one, and then that one, something like that. All right, so let me stick those down and I'll see you back here. All right, so you can see I've just stuck those 3 down. And now I've got a bit of a holly that I took out from the baubles page, and I'm going to just stick that over here. And I'm going to go onto the window bit, I think. I like to do that. All right, so we've got that there. We've got all of that there, and it's looking great. So I'm liking that. Now what we want to do is we want a bit of a string. So I've got this string here. Let me tell you how long it is. It's 36 inches. All right, so just short of a meter, really, 90 centimeters more or less. And I've got it folded in half. So I'm just going to take this bit here. Because I haven't done it yet, it's a bit tight. So we'll just tip that up a bit and get that underneath there. All right, and then I like to tie not a knot, but just, you know, thread it through and then get that lifted up there on this side. Right, once you've done it once, it works. Okay, so there's that. We've got our little pom-pom decoration going on here. I think on here, just to make sure that I don't have this unraveling or anything, what I'm going to do is, very messy job, but it works, is just put some fabric tack on my finger. Come on. I've got so much glue on my hands and ink and everything from all the crafting today. You know, a little bit more is not going to make any difference. Just push your 2 fingers together and just squeeze it on the end there. It'll just get those bits, you know, just where they are sticking out. So this one I can just cut off. All right, so it's just on that side really. Right, I've got that wrapped around there. And now I'm going to fold this side up over here and holding these 2, which are pretty much even, slightly not, but that's great. I like it like that. And then I'm just going to lift these up here and get these tucked in. Now, we will be sticking this onto a page. So at the minute, I'm just trying to get it, you know, ready for everything. So there we go. Right, so we're going to be doing this on this section of our book, on this page here. I just want to move this page a little bit over because I'm going to just add a little bit of stenciling onto the top of and the bottom of this particular page here. So I just want to move that a bit over. And I've got my stencil here, which is my holly stencil from Tim Holtz. So I quite like that one. I'm going to just put it on the edge here because most of this will be covered with our actual project. I'm using the Rustic Wilderness there. And I've got one of my little brushes. And I don't want to do it too dark. But here you can just see what it is that you are doing. So just a little bit over there and maybe a little bit over here. And you can just lift it up to see how dark it is, if you want it more or less or whatever it is that you want. Okay, so there we go. we've got just a little bit like that, so I quite like that. And then we can put this all back together. All right, so we are going to now stick this bit in, and there's nothing behind here at the moment that's impeding this, so I'm going to put this together quickly, and then it'll be easier without these bits flapping about, and the strings as well. So let's get that done. Right, now we're ready to put this on. Now, because we're going to put a tag at the top here, I would encourage you to move this as far down as you can. All right, so you're going to just see a little bit of holly there really, and then that is the middle of your page. So yeah, you don't want it too close to the spine. All right, so what we're going to do here is, this bit here is where we're not going to glue. That's going to make a little tab. Oops, let's put some more in there. Right, so you want to just go glue down the side like that, glue on the bottom, and glue down here. There we go. That's all we're going to be gluing. Right, and then get in there. You can hold it like that, but you can also hold it at the top where there isn't any glue. And then get that low as you can and move it over a little bit, I think, like that. All right, and then give it a little press. All right, so while that is doing its thing, I'm going to just take my my wet wipes, and I'm going to just put that on there, and then I'll just show you quickly. These are the little cards and things that I'm going to put in here. So that's just a little card from my ephemera pack. This is the small little tag that I've made, and just put a little circle there, reinforcement ring. Then I've done this large tag where I've just added 2 snowflakes in the gold and the white. And then I've added a bit of a die cut there and a little fussy cut from one of my background pages. And then this last one, I've actually cut this from one of my big journal pages. And just because the cards, the journal cards would have all been with an image on their side, and I wanted it upright. So this is the one I've used for this journal card. And it fits perfectly where you see the dog's face and this little piece sticking out. Well, it did when I measured it. I haven't made it, so let's, fingers crossed. And then I've just stuck on the sentiment here, we wish you a Merry Christmas. So that's what I've done with that. All right, so we're going to put these into our project. So let's open this up here, and you could hang bells on here if you want, charms or anything like that as well. Alright, so in this bit here, we've got a small card, and we've got the smaller tag that I want to put in here. Alright, so that's going to go on that side there, and that side there, like that. Alright, then this big card is going to go into this section here, and with any luck, we've covered the dog's face. He's just peeking up over there. You could maneuver these to see it if you wanted to, like that, so you could, but there we go. And we've got that one over there. Love that ribbon. Okay, and then this is going to close up, and then that will go around there and there, like that. And then this card is going to go into the back over here. Right, so that's with the reindeer ribbon. And there we go. There's our little Christmas one. How easy was that? Not too hard at all. All right, I can just see the little dog's face peeking out there. All right, so there's the Christmas version, and here is the autumn version. And there we have it. All right, so lots of fun was had today with that. I enjoy that. I do like doing 2 projects in 2 different themes, and I love how they come out completely different. Even though we're doing the same thing in this instance, the envelope here is slightly narrower, But as you can see, it makes no difference really. It's going to work with whatever you have. And if you don't have an envelope, you can just make the 2 flaps and, you know, make a piece of paper into a pocket, double-sided there. All right, go give this a go. Don't go and have some fun. It's a great one. It looks great in both. If you're following along with both journals, let me know. I want to know who's doing both or who's just doing one. So tell me if you're doing Christmas or autumn, so I know. I'd love to know if you're doing both. All right, everyone, I will have another little video for you on Thursday, so look out for that, and then again on Friday. And remember, Friday, the journals that I have on offer will be going into my store Friday, the same time as my Friday video comes out. And if you're not sure, go and have a look there in the description box. I have actually said what some of the time zones and places are so that you can have a check. All right, everyone, stay well, have a great week, stay warm if you're in the northern hemisphere, and I hope that it's lovely in spring. I am jealous down there where you are in the southern hemisphere, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.